Quick audio check.
Hey everyone, this is Starjump Grin. Let me know in chat if you can hear our voices okay. Ender, give me an audio check, please.
Check 1, check 2. Here is my voice.
Okay, Citizen Ninja saying 5x5, and our old friend Starlet is saying yep. Art saying 5x5. Everyone's giving us the 5x5. So we're good. Everyone will be live in just a moment. All right. Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Starjump Station. I got the name of the show right. Up, and the donation's coming in from Rough Gaming. $15.
Thank you for the donation.
Yes, wow. Thank you. Hello, everybody. I do need to fix a couple windows here. Sorry. Welcome to another episode of Starjump Station. It's good to be back. It's been a couple weeks. We actually canceled the last episode, I believe. I am your host, Starjump Grim. With me, as always, is my co-host, Starjump Ender. This way. I got to point the opposite direction you are. How have you been, Ender?
Humbled, I think, is the best word to use. Humbled. Yeah.
It's been a good week.
It has. It's been a wonderful week.
Yeah, it's been a great week, everyone. I just realized my stream lights aren't on either. So obviously, as usual, this show is very well produced.
Yeah, mine aren't either. So I'm just gonna be turning those on.
Thank you, everyone in chat, for joining us tonight. It's great to be back and to be on a show together and talk to you. This is our first show that we're both on for St. Jude, which is awesome, like our St. Jude Play Live campaign, which runs from April to May. We're going to get all into that for sure. Tonight's episode of Starjump Station is going to be kind of covering the future of the social universe that was covered at CitizenCon. We're going to go a lot, through a lot of what was discussed there, give our thoughts and opinions. Some of it we may gloss over, some of it we may deep dive. We'll just have to kind of figure out how we net out for time and stuff. Obviously, we're going to talk a lot about St. Jude tonight. So again, a lot of stuff to go over. We do have the St. Jude raffles, which again, you have to buy in. We're going to go through all that. But we also do have a giveaway tonight, just a regular giveaway as well. We thought that would be exciting. Tonight, we're giving away a Drake Golem, the new mining ship from the best manufacturer that ever was. Your opinions on the ship may vary, but we're giving one away. It's a pretty sweet little ship, so we're going to do that. How do you enter that? I just said enter that. How do you enter that, you may ask? Okay, it's very easy. If you are on Twitch, you're going to enter how we usually do it, which is through Stream Elements. You see it just posted there. You're going to do exclamation ticket or exclamation ticket. Is it with an S or without an S? Ticket space max?
No S.
No S.
Yep. Ticket,
so exclamation ticket.
Max.
Yeah. So exclamation ticket or exclamation ticket space and then max to get your tickets to get in on the Drake Golem giveaway. I already see some people buying tickets now, so obviously that is working. If you're on YouTube, you're probably asking, did we forget you? Absolutely not. We have not forgotten you. Here's how you're going to enter. There's a link pinned to the top of the YouTube chat. That link will take you to our Starjump Academy teaser produced by Ender right here. All you have to do is go to that teaser video and leave a comment, okay? All you got to do is leave a comment. It can be, hi, this is a great video, anything you want. Keep it good, keep it positive. There's no trolly answers here, but leave us a great message in there, and we are going to do a random YouTube comment picker app, and we're going to pull one of the comments from random. We're going to take the winner from Twitch, the winner from YouTube. We're going to put you in a big wheel of names. We're going to spin it, and whoever wins the wheel of name draw will win the Drake Golem. Okay. Is everyone pretty clear on that? Both of those contests are currently running. You can leave a comment now on the YouTube link, or you can go ahead and do your exclamation ticket, and you should be golden. That is our giveaway for tonight. Hope you all enjoy it. We thought it would be a fun way to sort of celebrate the first St. Jude Play Live Starjump Station episode. So thank you very much. Real quick, couple of housekeeping things. Want to make sure everyone goes to all of our channels. You want to make sure you head over to Ender's channel on the Twitch. Give him a follow. Make sure you go to our YouTube if you're not already over there and hit like and subscribe. Thumbs up our videos. Give us a bunch of likes, all that kind of good stuff. And of course, if you're on Twitch watching this right now, if you haven't followed my channel before, please give it a follow. Last but not least, go over to Twitter or X, whatever you prefer to call it, and follow us over there. Ender may have an additional Twitter. I need to get a short link for the Academy one or the Guardians one, but make sure you follow us on the YouTube or the Starjump Twitter. We always post up there. Kelly donating $100. We're only 10 minutes into the stream. Kelly, you legendary person. You. By the way, Kelly, you have been also given moderator privileges for my Twitch. So welcome to the show, my friend. You have moderator privileges. I think Bingo Winchester in here too. If he is in chat, Bingo, you also have moderator privileges now too.
Yes.
So that has been completed. So there you go. Thank you very much. And by the way, everyone, we're not giving out moderator status for donations. They just happen to be moderators in our Discord, and we're making sure that gets switched over here.
How crazy would that be?
But thank you.
For donations, moderator status.
Yes. So everyone, that is our giveaway. We've given out our links. Ender, did you have any links you wanted to give away? Do we want to post the Starjump Academy link in chat so everyone has that? I need to make the commands for
the
those.
YouTube.
Yeah, for the Starjump Academy YouTube.
Yes.
Yep.
It's
Ender will post that. Yeah. I think it's at Starjump Academy, right?
Starjump Academy.
Yes,
sir.
So before we go on, since we're still sort of talking about our key links here and doing this housekeeping, I'm going to kind of let Ender introduce it. But for those of you that don't know Starjump Academy, Ender, tell us a quick little bit about Starjump Academy, what we hope to do with it, what the goal for it is, and why we started it, all that good stuff.
It is a place for new players, old players, returning players alike to go for informative videos to figure out, honestly, how to play the game again or just how to play the game in general. We're hoping to post informative videos that will teach you the basics and, maybe some more invested, more integrated items, but we're starting with the basics: how to get
Yep.
from your hab to your hangar, how to turn on your ship, how to mine, how
Yeah.
to salvage, how to find the items that you want to buy, things like that that are less intuitive and more. You got to kind of figure it out on your own.
Yeah, all the day one
we want to make
stuff,
that easy.
you know, all the day one stuff, all that kind of foundation festival level stuff.
Mhm.
You know, your friend
Yep.
starts playing the game and they're like, I can't get to the
Thank
ship, or I can't
you.
take off, or I can't get the hangar doors to open. It's all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Another
Yet
donation coming
another
in.
one.
Walker TR with $15 towards the Elgato Stream Deck. Boy, those alerts are fast. Towards the Elgato Stream Deck.
They
Thank
are.
you so much, Walker.
I did
Appreciate
ask
that.
about that. They are. It's price based, and also they can't be changed at the moment. I did ask if they could work on something for that.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, we're in a bit of a spot. Grim, you haven't opened yours yet, so you're going to have to open it.
Okay. What am I opening here?
You're bean boozled, bud. You got to open some beans.
I mean, should we go ahead and talk about? Should we go ahead and get into St. Jude? Let's talk about that for a minute. We're here,
yeah.
right?
Let's talk about St. Jude for a minute while we're here. We'll be brief with it at the top of the show here, but we are raising money for St. Jude, guys.
Yes.
We're raising money for. Let's be honest. We're just kicking the shit out of cancer here. All right.
That's right.
We're trying to get rid of cancer in kids. We are raising money for families that are genuinely just at the worst part of their lives right now.
Yep.
Their kids are sick, and St. Jude steps in to make sure that these guys, these families, don't pay a dime.
Thank you for that follow.
Anything that they do.
Right. Yeah.
And we are, with the help of our amazing community, who have stepped in and donated, as you can see on the screen there that Grim has brought up. Those top donations there at the top are all donated by our amazing community.
Yep.
Everything at the bottom is what else you can put your money towards if you'd like. Things like pizza parties for the kids, red wagons. Those incentives are donated by St. Jude. Those are fulfilled by St. Jude. The stuff at the top is fulfilled by us and our community.
Thank you, Jack.
And you can donate for that. The Elgato Stream Deck, the Fortune, and the 600i, and the amazing Polaris. All from the community.
Yeah, we have a ton of raffle prizes spread over the 2 months. Okay,
all throughout 2 months.
You can see some of those listed here. Multiple Polarises, 600i, Carrick. We're going to have starter packs, Buccaneer, Hawk, Hurricane. We're going to have Starjump challenge coins. You can see one orbiting down there in the corner. Let's talk a little bit about right here, Ender. I have the sort of the currently active raffles. Can you explain what is happening here with the currently active raffles versus our full list?
So currently we have the Elgato Stream Deck and the Misk Fortune that are going to be given away on April 5th. I will be giving those away on Saturday, so in 2 days time. That'll be Saturday night. We also have the 600i, which will be given away on April 15th. We'll be doing the drawing on that one on the 15th. And then on the 30th, the RSI Polaris will be given away. Now, once the giveaway for the Fortune and the Elgato Stream Deck are done, another giveaway will essentially start. And we'll be beginning another one, essentially. Can you add a link? I can't get the code to scan. Yeah, absolutely. We have a link.
We'll be.
I will.
It actually, if we do exclamation donate, it'll pop up. The link will pop up. Yeah, there it is. That link right there will take you to the donate thing.
Actually, is it popping up for him? Hold on.
It should be. It should be, or at least I hope so.
Restream isn't putting it over there.
Oh, is it not? Is Restream not putting it up? Sorry about that. Maybe there's a blocker for those type of links. That's weird. We'll post it directly here. I can post it now.
I'm going to post it. You got it?
Okay. Yeah, got it. There's the link right there, and I'll make sure to keep posting that throughout the evening. Thank you for that heads up. I didn't realize that it was not posting.
I didn't either. How interesting. I didn't know it blocked.
Here's
Okay,
here's
we'll have to
something
buy.
though that's really cool that I do want to point out that I think is just really really awesome. Let me go back to if you don't mind me interjecting some here too, Ender. I'm going
Absolutely.
to go
Sure.
back here to the St. Jude Play Live website
Oh,
here, and
okay.
I'm just going to kind of scroll down here to the bottom, okay? And I know it's a little hard to see, but I want you to look at top overall fundraisers. Actually, let me refresh this page here. I'm going to scroll down to top overall fundraisers, and you will see it says Starjump in number one here. That is 100% because of everyone in
Community.
chat here, our Starjump community, pulling
Yep.
out all the stops. Not only that, but top fundraisers this week, Starjump number one again. Top team fundraisers, Pink Hat Squad is now number one. I'm just going to put that out. And for the Pink Hat
Oh
Squad,
my God, are we serious?
yeah, that is what. Might as well take your screenshots, Ender. But that is save that
Yeah.
prosperity. But that the for those that don't know, the Pink Hat Squad, I'll let Ender talk about that.
That
That is
is,
connected to
yeah.
Starjump and the Guardians campaign. So Ender, maybe go ahead and explain the Pink Hat Squad.
Yeah, so the Pink Hat Squad last year was my wow. Okay, yeah, that's prosperity right there. First of all, I just wanted to say thank you guys for making something I never thought I would be possible. I never thought I'd see uh, my name at the top of that list ever. Like the Starjump name, and the community has rallied and put us at the top of a list that
Yeah,
is just awesome to be a part of
yeah,
in general, but to be at the top of is just
we're killing it. We're killing it. It's
yeah,
great. And
and
there's and to be
it's
fair,
awesome.
there's other people that will be streaming Pink Hat Squad related St. Jude stuff starting in May, right? Am I right? And there's when a lot of the
That is correct.
PHS crew is
And
starting.
yep, some start in May, some are starting right now. We got one of
Okay.
our guys up right now. But you know, being a part of Pink Hat Squad, we all met last year at the summit for the first time, the St. Jude Summit. All of us were first time joiners. And the one of the biggest Bass Pro Shops is in Memphis, and we all went to it. It's this big pyramid. Grim, hopefully next year we'll get invited and you will be able to go. It's a giant pyramid, and we were looking at a box full of hats that were like $5. And the only color that was pretty much left to the side was a bunch of pink hats. And all of us immediately went, well, we got to buy these. I mean, nobody wants these. We got to get them. So we bought the hats, and all of us rolled back into the summit in pink hats. And immediately we were, you know, joking, Pink Hat Squad, Pink Hat Squad. And as a joke, I told Death and Rebirth, who was another one of the streamers who started the Pink Hat Squad. I was like, dude, you got to start the Pink Hat Squad as a group, as a team.
Yeah.
And he did this year.
By the way, I was making weird faces through there, and that's simply because my lovely wife was standing right off camera making faces at me. So,
of course she is.
Anyways, continue, Ender. Continue.
But yeah, so that's how the Pink Hat Squad started.
Yep.
This is the original pink hat that I bought.
And you'll probably see us too when they're on and we're raiding or we're streaming. You'll see us raid them. They may not be playing Star Citizen, but it's to support the fundraising efforts across all the streams and stuff. Obviously, when it works out. So just
Yep. But yeah. Jesus, guys, thank you all so much.
This is incredible.
I mean, stepping up and just
this is a big deal.
Being
I mean,
an amazing community.
This is a big deal. I mean, there's a lot of people participating in this. So, you know, to have our names up there and to be doing so good after just really 3 days into this campaign, and we haven't given away a single raffle prize yet. I mean, that's kind of incredible. It just spells that we're going to have a really good April, a really good May. One thing I can promise you all is that we're going to have stuff going on throughout both months. We got crazy shit planned. We're gonna have a wives gaming night. We're doing fleet builders. We've got Bean Boozled and other disgusting things to eat.
Oh God.
It's gonna be fun. We're gonna be playing party games, all that kind of stuff.
I'm about to eat some durian fruit while you talk.
Okay.
Because
well, while you're getting the durian fruit ready, and we'll get some Bean Boozled going later in the show. Real quick, everyone, to remind everyone that Quantum Vegas 2955 is coming up July 12th at Area 15 in Las Vegas. Hopefully, Ender will be able to be there trying to work through some stuff on that, Ender, as we speak. But it's going to be a really cool event. Just to point out some of the fine faces that will be there, we will have Kim Ellis and Nate Ellis from EE Studios. You will recognize them if you watch the panel that we're talking about today at CitizenCon, the social panel. They actually had some footage from EE Studios play during that panel. Really cool. Sean Tracy, Senior Director of Tools and Tech Content at Cloud Imperium Games, will be there. One of the OGs. I mean, Sean Tracy's been, I think, at Cloud Imperium since day one. Thank you, Hebford, for the follow. And we got a donation of $195 from Tailgater.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
God, this is disgusting.
I'm going to need to fan myself, Ender.
Thank you for the $195. That is amazing.
Tailgater, you're getting the double salute from that one from Graham. You're getting the double salute from Graham for that one. Thank you very much. That's legendary donation.
Salute for me too.
Ender will have no digestive system tomorrow. Also, we got Serious Fun, one of the moderators, and a lot of the Soul Citizens will be there too, including Griffin Gaming and many more. We have Galactica, who is the Senior Social Media Manager at Cloud Imperium Games. She'll be there. We have yours truly, Starjump Grim, doing a panel on stage as well. We're going to have Paul Shelley, the Astro Pub historian himself, or the Astro historian himself will be there. And, of course, Tyler Witkin, otherwise known as Xylo. So, anyways, it's going to be a great time. There's a lot of stuff planned. It's a really cool place too, the Area 15. It's like a zoo. The place is crazy. It's a full day of stuff packed, including midday session at 1:30 is going to be he says 1:30 a.m. He needs to fix that. There's going to be a panel by yours truly on spaceships. Okay, it's going to be pretty cool. So it's going to be a lot of stuff. It's going to be a really cool event. Hopefully, if any of you all can make it, try to get out there. I will post the link in chat right now for everybody. But Quantum Vegas, it's going to be a really cool Star Citizen event, and hopefully a yearly thing. Okay, what else? I think we've kind of talked about, let me go back to our show notes here. We've talked a little bit about St. Jude. We're going to talk more about St. Jude in just a bit. We've talked about Quantum 2955. We talked about the Drake Golem. Don't forget to get in that exclamation ticket or leave a comment. If you're on YouTube, leave a comment on the link that is pinned to the top of chat. Thank you very much. It can be any sort of comment. We will pull both of your names. Whoever wins on Twitch, whoever wins on YouTube, we'll put you on the random wheel of names and spin it. Whoever wins the Drake Golem. Yes, you can enter on both ends of it too. All right, what are we talking about tonight? We're talking about the social universe, the future of Star Citizen and its social tools. That's going to be everything from friends list to party system to org system, everything in between. Art, I just butchered that. Art just donated $25. Art, thank you very much. Art has been one of our longtime Starjump supporters and bangs it out on the charity stuff every year. Thank you, Art. Giving you a salute. We need to get together and have lunch very soon, my friend. Ender, what did you eat? Is that the durian fruit? I could have told you durian fruit was nasty. I mean, I have some experience. All right, everybody, we're going to get into it. Don't forget the QR code right below me right here will also take you to the Tiltify link if you can't get to it, and we will continue to post the link. Ender is now out of commission from that candy. Good stuff.
I gotta get the ranch soda because Art is.
Oh, is that the $25? Is that for ranch?
Far more evil than I thought he was.
Well, you priced it low.
Shot of ranch.
You priced it low. This is going to be.
It's just a shot.
This is going to be
a shot.
This is going to be a painful episode for Ender. I can already tell.
I have a bad feeling. I'm just keeping the ranch nearby at this point. I can't believe the durian fruit is going to have to be a high price. It's going to have to be.
Yeah.
real high.
While
I
you're getting
cannot do
that shot
at-
set up, I'm going to kick us off into the big topic of the day. Again, talking about social stuff. We have a lot of stuff to cover there. I have a lot of slides we'll pull up. We may talk about every point of this. We may not talk about every point of this. Okay, some of it we may gloss over. One other thing, everybody, I did forget. At some point during this episode, probably in the second half of this episode, we are going to do a stream racers for those of you on Twitch. Okay, we're going to do a stream racers for those of you on Twitch. Oh, we got another donation. Rage One donated $200 towards the Polaris.
Holy cow, Rage!
Actually, I need to drink some water. Get some. That's a insane donation, Rage. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. By the way, drinking out of my Texas Space Navy cup tonight. Thank you, my dog.
I'm gonna have to do some beans. For just for the sake of doing some beans, it'll probably keep me from crying.
But everyone, I'm going to flip over real quick here. We are going to do a stream racers later in the episode for those of you on Twitch, by the way, and you will have a chance to win this poster. For those of you on YouTube, I don't have a way of doing stream racers on YouTube, unfortunately. But again, the runner-up on the Wheel of Names will probably win a poster too. So don't worry, there's going to be plenty of opportunities to do that. Unfortunately, it's very hard to do the contest totally equally on Twitch and YouTube. Very, very difficult. Thrim donated $40 towards the 600i Explorer. Thank you very much, Thrim.
Thrim, thank you.
Theorem. Is it theorem? Why do I say theorem? Thrim.
Theorem. I don't know why you say theorem.
I've got some sort of weird mental thing that makes me pronounce. Okay, go ahead.
Did you get these? By the way?
I have not ordered them yet. They are on the need to order list. I've been waiting for the next paycheck there.
You should order these.
I'll use Patreon dollars.
I think I might just order these for you. Okay. Just to fucking make you suffer.
Are they really good? Yes, dyslexia. Thank you, Bingo.
Delicious. Super delicious. Here, let me
pour one out for the children. By the way, Bingo, you are a moderator of this channel now. Just FYI, I told you I'd finally get that done. By the way, getting a good crowd. Thank you, everybody. Getting looks like we got 46 over on Twitch, so starting to have some people pile in. Really appreciate it. Another 46
for the Twitch
on YouTube.
People, I am about to take a shot of ranch soda flavored Lester's Fixins.
Posture check.
This is for the kids, everyone. This is for the kids.
Yes.
St. Jude's Children's Hospital. The community has humbled me and made me so proud to have been a part of building this community. Thank you all. Seriously.
Prime Chris just asked, what is ranch soda? It's a disgusting drink, Prime Chris, that Ender now has to drink because someone has donated the money for him to drink it.
You know, that and dirty fruit don't go well. Don't go well together. You would think.
Oh man. All right. See, that's a good face on Ender. That is a concerned face. That is someone who's going to have problems later. But I like it. I like it. All right. Let me get my slides pulled up here, everyone, so we can launch into it. Again, yes, sorry. Thank you for the sorry for the stream racers things. My friends over on YouTube, obviously that only plugs into Twitch. Apologies, but it'll be fun. Don't worry, there'll be opportunities. Maybe the next one we'll do on Twitch or on YouTube. Sorry, on the next show. Okay, we are talking about. Let me switch over to our two window view. We are talking about the social universe. Let me go ahead. Oops. Sorry, everybody. Everything's breaking on me. Bear with me. Okay. Bring up the show notes here. One of the first things talked about in the SitCon social panel was the friends list. You can see that here. There's going to be a lot of new features added. We're going to be able to see where our friends are. So essentially, one of the things CIG wants to bring into all these systems, both friends lists, party lists, org this, is a sense of a living kind of status update. So in your friends list, you're going to see where people's location is, if they're currently active, if they're away, if they're healthy, down, all that kind of stuff. So it's going to focus on status, and it will actually work offline. So if you're on Spectrum or something, it's also going to work. We're going to be able to receive invites out of game. Even when we're not currently in the game, you'll be able to get an invite through Spectrum. And then your friends, the other cool thing is your friends will be able to be shared across multiple characters. So that's one of the things they brought up in the panel, is that it would be shared across multiple panels, or sorry, multiple characters. Again, because it's been talked about in the past that you're going to be able to have those alts in Star Citizen. Now there's been mention of those alts being able to be used as crew and all that kind of stuff, but in terms of the friends list system, obviously, Ender, it's something desperately in need of fixing. Even the current friends list don't like fully support like the player count limitations on a server and stuff. But based off a lot of the stuff they're trying to bring to the next iteration of the friends list, so again, talking about being able to highlight people, knowing their locations, being able to call, invite, offline inviting, all that stuff. What do you feel about that? Any opinions on it? Anything you hope they'll bring to the friends list system that has not been discussed?
Honestly, the ability to
Zero.
not just see where they're at, but see their status.
Yeah.
So like not online or offline, but being able to look at their health, their maybe even their situation, you know what I mean? Are they safe? Are they in a good position with the same groups that you're in a good position with? Because you are on their friends list. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This should be information that you should have access to anyway.
This reminds me a little
like
bit.
That would be important.
That actually reminds me a little. So I do know with the party system in org, you are going to be able to see people's like current health and all that stuff. But with the friends list and going into what you were talking about, you know what it reminds me of? So for those of you who don't know, one project me and Ender were working on for quite a bit of time. We haven't worked on it in a bit, and that's partly due to some complications. But one of the projects we were working on is Fleet Command, and Fleet Command had this idea of a player card or a player profile card. And I don't know if any of you are 80s kids, but if you remember GI Joes from the 80s, and on the back of the package it had like the little soldier card with all their bio and information. It was very similar to that. And I would love if you could create some sort of like character bio or player bio if you're not into the RP stuff. That way your friends list, even if you just randomly meet someone in an outpost and you add them to your friends because maybe they helped you do something real quick, but you don't really know them, it would be cool if in that friends list you could click on their name and it would pop up some sort of player bio or player card or something like that, to where you could find out that information, see what their affiliated orgs are. Because what if that player that you just made friends with, you look them up and, oh man, not only are they may be in a friendly org or an org you don't know, but it turns out they're affiliated with an org that's like a hostile enemy of yours. Being able to have that level of information, I think, would be pretty handy. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Knowing that would also kind of determine whether or not you keep them on your friends list.
Yeah.
Or run, how much you run with them, how much you trust them.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's good information to have.
Yeah. The next thing they talked about in the panel was the voice app, and this essentially is calling people in the actual game. Like when you dial up someone from a voice call in the game, you can see next to the friends list names here, you have the little phone icon for initiating that communication. So the voice app is now part of the social app, and you can see the social app icon down here in the Moby class. So this is being moved to essentially an app, right? A social app. And they have a few screenshots of that. I'll cycle through it here. Again, it talks about here how actually, Ender, in this screenshot here, when you add those friends to a party, you can see the icons over here on the left of the names actually does show their status, whether they're healthy, they're in trouble, they're hurt or down or whatever. So you do get that level of detail. Obviously, you have to be added to the party. But another cool thing is you can initiate ready checks and all that kind of stuff, which is really great, especially if you're doing like an FPS clear of a contested zone or whatever it may be. But go into the voice comms, because I know this is something Is it? Did I pass it? Sorry. Okay, right here, the party call. I did skip this. Sorry, I thought it was coming up soon. This is something I wanted to talk about for a minute. Is party chat and or calls.
Thank you for the gifted
oh.
subs, Chooch B.
Chooch B.
Chooch B.
Chooch B, thank you very much for the 10
gifted
gifted
subs. Are appreciated.
Yes, for that, as with all gifted subs, you're getting the double salute icon rocking off here. That is the.
Got to get you my double salute.
You got to get me the double salute and the pink hat even. Got to get the 007 icon. Thank you very much, Chooch B. Appreciate that. For those of you that are in the channel, by the way, and are not followed, please give the channel a follow. We got 60 viewers on Twitch, so appreciate everyone hanging out with us tonight, and a good crowd starting to form over on YouTube. Thank you, everyone. This is something I specifically wanted to talk to you about, Ender, because there's sort of two things going on here. A lot of people, I think now, obviously use Discord and other things for their voice communication. What does CIG need to bring to voice communication to really make it worthwhile? Because I do feel like most people, it's not even just a niche thing anymore. I think most gamers that play online games are on a Discord or something. No, I think the argument could have been, used to be made that was like, well, the average newbie player is going to use the in-game voice chat. I don't know if that's true anymore. I think Discord's so ubiquitous that people would probably default to that. So what could in-game chat offer that that would entice you, besides just being able to randomly talk to people you run into in the environment, which obviously is a huge benefit?
I mean, that is a benefit, but
probably the main one.
Let's be honest, it's not it's not a benefit for everyone, right? I think that one thing that it would need to offer to be a benefit for me would be immersion. So I would need some sort of sound immersion for it to be a benefit.
Right.
So it would need to be audibly worth it.
Right. And I think if you're thinking the same thing I am, I always go back to the Acre mod or Task Force Radio.
Yep.
Thank you,
Task
Wormus.
Force Radio.
Thank you, Wormus.
100%.
So those radio mods. And I think there's a couple, and some may say, well, why would you, thank you, FV, appreciate that. Some may say, why would you need a radio mod, again, if you're standing next to someone? Well, I'll talk a brief bit here about Task Force Radio. Task Force Radio did simulate radios in Arma 3, but it also simulated normal speaking, and it was distance-based and everything. And if you were between walls on somebody, and there was a wall in between you, just using your regular speaking voice, not over radio, it would be affected by occlusion and stuff like that, and it was really, really cool. If you enemies could hear you, or you could dial people up on a radio or a vehicle intercom system or a vehicle-based radio. So, for example, if you had a true, a small squad of people and they board a helicopter, usually the squad leader would dial in on the same radio channel that the helicopter pilot is on, so that they can talk to the pilot about when drop-off is coming and extraction and stuff like that. You can actually end up building pretty complicated radio nets, and I don't know. For me, Ender, I don't know about you, but for me, it was one of the funnest things about Arma 3, like a modded Arma 3 environment. And I honestly think it would translate well to Star Citizen. Sure. Yeah, Rough Gaming says thank you for coming too far. Yeah.
It would translate beautiful for Star Citizen, and I think it's a necessity.
Well, Chooch just donated $300 for the Polaris.
Chooch,
getting hot up in her.
Cow.
It's getting real hot up in her with these donations. Chooch, thank you very much. I feel like you guys are just trying to outdo one another now. That is absolutely amazing, Chooch. Yeah, I need to eat a bean on this one?
So you're going to need to open your beans. Okay. You're going to have to get some beans.
Am I just pulling a random one here? Is that what I'm doing?
So if you haven't opened it, what you're going to end up doing is you're going to open the whole thing, and then there's going to be multiple packages.
Which I did,
You're going to have to dump those packages in
I did.
So the top spins. If you bought this one, I sent you.
Yep.
Just spin that top.
Okay. Spinning now. Spinning.
And then whatever it lands on, you pick up one that looks like that color.
Okay. It landed on this.
Wait, gold met. We hit. Really? Holy
did
cow. I think we hit the $3,000 goal that we were on.
Because that's how we do it, Ender. That's how we do it
Um,
with this amazing community.
Wow. Okay. So Grim,
Yes, we've hit
our
3,000. We've officially hit
Wow.
$3,015 on our money raising. By the way, I landed on Berry Blue. I don't know if everyone can see this. Landed on Berry Blue, and that's the one I got in my hand.
Berry Blue or toothpaste. You're going to either get Berry Blue or toothpaste. I landed on either pomegranate or Old Bandage.
Oh, good. So thank you, Chooch. We're going to down these right now. This is the first Bean Boozle I've ever had, by the way.
It is, and you got a good one for a first one, by the way. You got a good one for a first one.
Oh, that's toothpaste.
That's Old Bandage.
I kind of love the taste of toothpaste.
Yeah, you're good. You're lucky on that one. Jeez. Thank you, whoever just donated whatever just got donated.
Thank you.
Eskimonian, thank you very much. Yes, Discord me, Eskimonian. I will definitely send you that information. Eagle just donated. Thank you very much, Eagle. We really appreciate that. Salute to you as well. Chooch giving you the double salute. Thank you so much, everyone. You're all amazing.
Grim,
it's incredible. Yes.
We just unlocked community game night, so we will be playing Wolf Escape games with some of the community.
Mm-hmm.
And now we are working on a Lego build stream.
Oh, that's hard to get down.
The community will just you wait, dude. Just you wait. I want you to. You know what?
That wasn't a bad
just
one.
Done it again.
That wasn't a bad one.
But you're gonna spin again, bud.
We're gonna do every other donation though. We have to do every other donation.
You're spinning again.
Chooch, thank you very much.
We've had a lot of donations, so
yes. Lester is calling. Art just said, Art just said Lester is calling. By the way.
Yeah, that's fine. Lester's calling. I'm also going to grab a stink bug here because I know I never get a toasted marshmallow.
Everyone,
while Lester's calling.
While he's getting that up, ultimately though, Task Force Radio is Task Force Arrowhead Radio is what our MilSim unit in Arma 3 used, and it really brought the game from one level to another level. And while it is kind of a whole thing, it was developed by two guys. So this is something CIG could do, and it would bring a level of immersion to Star Citizen that is unparalleled. So I really think this is something CIG needs to do when thinking about party calls, expanding beyond that. And maybe it's not a 1.0 thing, but down the road, I think it would be really cool. And remember, Star Citizen is supposed to support mods. They even referenced that not too awful long ago that they were still planning on doing that. I would hope that they would put those hooks in there, though, that a radio mod could be developed if they decide not to do it. Because for us RPers, that would be a huge deal. So, and
not only that, but the ship-to-ship communication, the ship-to-ground communication, the ground-to-ship communication, all of that would be achievable with something like that. And I think that's something that's necessary for us to want to use that communication.
Yeah.
Without that, it just doesn't. Oh, and there it is. Art's
bringing out the Lester. All right, pause the talk again. Ender's going to have to down you another shot of Lester's. Everyone in chat, I want you to pull your faces a little closer to your screen and just watch his expression after he drinks this shot of Lester's Ranch. Okay, it's gold. It's solid gold.
It is pretty gold. I can't wait to get through this ranch so I can take shots of.
Here we go, Ender. Light it up. Enough
else.
stalling, Ender. Get it down, There it is, everyone. Look here.
It's not the shot that's so bad. It's the outward breath afterwards. Oh my God.
Yeah. And I love how you're mixing that with a Pepsi. So
I got to do something to try to cut. God. Cut the.
Oh my gosh, everyone! Thank you very much for these donations. Absolutely amazing. Thank you for the follows, and thanks for hanging out with us tonight as we slowly get
Yes.
through the future of the social universe in Star Citizen, and we embark on our continued journey down the St. Jude Play Live campaign that we are doing through April and May. Some fantastic raffle prizes there. We're going to do another St. Jude breakdown in just about 15 minutes. We're going to pause our conversation to a big St. Jude breakdown. We're going to continue on here, though, now that Ender's full of Lesters. We're going to go to the next really cool thing now that we've talked about comms. And we're going to talk about, we talked a little bit about the party system again. I think that's key. I think we can stop here for a minute. I mean, parties need to be expanded in the game in a huge way. Like it really, right now, the parties are really not useful for anything other than grouping up and getting an initial marker in your HUD.
And even then, it's hit or miss on
Yeah.
whether you're going to get that marker.
Yeah. Oh, real quick. Sorry. Going back to the voice comms real quick. This is something I wanted to bring up. It makes sense that we would have radios anyway because we have the helmets, which obviously have communication built in.
Absolutely.
And what I think would be cool is imagine different helmets from different manufacturers having different ranges on the radio comms, because those radio simulation mods, by the way,
actually be so awesome.
yeah, like imagine if there is a suit that is more of a recon suit and it has really good like transmission, or a data runner suit that has really good transmission rates and stuff like that. But anyways, I digress. Going back to the party system, I do think there needs to be a lot that goes into this, but one of the things they're adding to the party system that I'm truly ecstatic about, and you can see it down here on the panel, is that they're adding in a party, you're going to see which ship a player in your party is on and what crew position they're currently occupying on that ship. Thank you, CIG. That's all I'll say to that. And any thoughts on that? Obviously, I know multi-crew is something you're interested in the future as well.
Oh yeah, multi-crew is a huge thing. Being able to see where your people are at, what position they're occupying, is huge, huge, huge. Texas Horny Toad, thank you for the gifted tier 1 sub, sir.
Yep.
Take the next gifted sub, guys. Give it to St. Jude for me.
Yeah, thanks so much for that.
What was it's huge.
Yeah.
Being able to, as a team lead, being able to also maybe assign those roles would be great.
Yeah, party lead or something.
Yeah, being able to go, okay, I've got, just as an example, I've got Kalradi and Maxam, and I want to take Mr. Kraken, and I want to move him over to Fun June's freighter. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab him. I'm going to move him down to Fun June's freighter, and that sends an automatic message to Mr. Kraken and says, "Hey, need you to go to Fun June's freighter." No audio. It's just a text that pops up on his screen. Go to Fun June's freighter, and maybe even puts a point of interest for him to go to. You know what I mean? That would be a great little thing that they could add.
Yeah, and one of the cool things, and we're going to get to this when we get to the chat thing, is that they support links now. So in party chat now, like in the text chat, party chat, you're actually going to be able to put links to a weapon or a location on your star map. They're going to be able to just click on the link right in chat, and it will pull that thing up for them, which is going to be fantastic. Again, one of the things I think that holds back coordinated ops right now in Star Citizen, and any of you would probably know this, I think Art can probably attest to this. I know me and Ender both did it with Joran from the Yacht Club not too awful long ago. Organizing a big group in this game is an fucking nightmare. A nightmare. Oh my God. There's some nights where me and Ender have been invited to big events, and we literally say no, just because we know it's going to take 2 hours for everyone to get together without bugs, issues, technical issues, all that.
No other reason than we will literally go, all right, we've been invited to something, and Grim will go, do we have time?
Do we have time
to do it? And I'm like, I don't think I have the hour and a half that it will take to get everybody together.
Right. Yeah.
And then we'll say no, you know what I mean? And then we'll watch as we're doing other things, and we'll be like, see, they're still getting people together.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It
you know
can
what
be,
I mean?
yeah, 100%. So I think that's going to be huge. I think the future of parties is critical to the game. Actually, I would say that all of these social things, by the way, are as critical to the game as pretty much any underlying system. I think they're more critical even than dynamic server meshing. An MMO or even a big online game without robust social features, meaning friends, party, all that kind of without a robust system like that, it'll fail as an online game. As an online game,
Immediately, it doesn't
yeah.
last more than a short amount of time.
Yeah. Yeah, Adjudicator
Because-
says in chat here, ridiculously horrible how long it takes to get together. And I think that's ultimately what these tools are going to solve in a big way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he does add that we need to be able to log into a location or org ship to play together.
Yeah.
I don't agree with quite that, but
Mm-hmm.
being able to party up quickly, gather quickly,
Yeah.
that's the important part.
Yeah, and you can see here how we were talking about being able in party chat, which you can see right here, being able to link things like, oh, thank you socially for that follow, appreciate it. But being able to link things like locations where you see Mike L2 linked or Xenothreat or anything else or a weapon. Think about in the future when we're crafters and selling stuff, being able to link in general or trade chat, hey, I have this weapon, and you link the weapon for sale, and someone can look at it and check it out and then know if they want to buy it, right? So again, this type of stuff is critical for the future of the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's move over to the next thing here. I want to talk about VoIP and VoIP before we do another St. Jude breakdown here. Obviously, VoIP is Face over Internet Protocol, and VoIP is voice. Oh, we got another donation coming. Eskimonian donating $15 towards a misfortune. Eskimonian, thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you.
VoIP is Voice over Internet Protocol. The cool thing here is that already you're able to do things like place video calls within game. Your characters will talk as it's appearing in the voice call. Already a really cool feature there's something there, something kind of special about that. But what are they planning on doing? One of the things they talked about on the panel was bringing a lot of optimizations and a lot more clarity to the VoIP and the VoIP systems. One of the things that they were talking about bringing on board was head rotation tracking, which is something they couldn't do before. Range of motion of the mouth, which I think is one of the weirdest things they need to get right. So good that they're going to be doing that. Secondary motions, and I think this is going to include smaller head and muscle movements, and tracking stabilization, which I also think will help in different lighting scenarios. So, as we said, and Starjump has had an interest in this, machinima. This is going to help machinima, but it's also going to just help the immersive quality of the game. Ender, any thoughts on VoIP and VoIP?
Getting it right is the most important part.
Yep.
Getting it right without needing to be in a professional quality lit room.
Yep.
Is huge. Right now, I think you have to have like lights in your face, and it's got to be great.
You have to have like a kind of a good lighting setup.
Yeah, but you can get it looking good right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That said, it takes a little bit of work.
Yeah.
But if they can get it right without needing all that work, then it'll be great. If
the quality was good, do you think VoIP is something you would run at all times? Because one of the things they mentioned is that it's actually really cheap to run from the code perspective.
It would absolutely be something I run all the time. I mean, think about the reason I don't like using Tobii Eye Tracker.
Yeah.
Right. Versus my Track IR. I only don't like Tobii, not because it's not good. I do think it's good. I do think that it is usable, but it takes too much work to get it there. And if I move my setup or something goes wrong with my setup, I've got to go through all that work to get it back there again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to do that with my VoIP. So if it were no huge barrier for entry for me to get everything set, absolutely, I'd run it constantly.
Yeah.
Because I think it's an awesome system. And if it doesn't take a lot of back end, being able to have that extra level of immersion where my face is now another part of that actor, yeah, 100%. 100%. I'd use it all the time.
One of the things, obviously, improvements they want to make here, as shown in this slide, they obviously want to have improved reliability and voice quality. And this is, I think, going to be one of the biggest improvements we ultimately see, is they want to upgrade the entire voice infrastructure for larger shards, as well as upgrade the voice service and voice server. So those entire game services and the servers they run on are getting upgraded. So obviously, I would expect we'll see some major improvement there. And then when you one of the other things I think is key, and I didn't think about this till I watched the panel, is they said they want to have something that gives the player feedback that they are properly transmitting to other players, which I think is pretty key, because you can't see your face. So having something on screen, maybe that's a indicator light or a hologram of your face and the small thing showing that movement, I think, just to give you that feedback. Citizen Thorn in chat says he think that we need attitude adjustment for VoIP. That actually would be kind of cool to where if you want to set the tone of your character, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, FOIP and VoIP obviously getting improvements. Before we go on, we're gonna hold there for a minute. We are going to go back to our St. Jude stuff. I just want to go ahead and refresh this, see where we're at real quick, people, and take a St. Jude break. We're at 3,095 on the top overall fundraisers. Again, currently the top team, the top fundraiser, and the top overall. Big shout out to all of you. That is absolutely amazing. I'm going to bring up real quick here the current raffles we have going on right now. Well, there's actually a bunch of raffles going on, but the Star Citizen related ones, we have 4 raffles going on with our St. Jude Play Live campaign right now. And Ender, can you post the donate link in chat for me again?
Yeah,
both the YouTube and the Twitch chat. But right now we do have the 4 raffles going on. One is for an Elgato 15 key stream deck with an Icon City Star Citizen icon pack donated by James at Icon City. We're giving that away on April 5th. That is a $15 buy-in to buy a ticket for that. Ender will be giving that away this Saturday. We also have a Misc Fortune with LTI and Sunspot Paint donated by Lazy Donuts. Giving that away on April 5th, this Saturday as well. Another $15 to get buy-in to buy a ticket for that through the St. Jude raffle. On April 15th, we're giving away an Origin 600i with LTI donated by our good friend GearCon. There is what's the buy-in on that one? Is it 40? I forget.
For which one?
For the 600i. Yeah, 40 or
that
50.
Will be, stand by.
Ender will check on that.
That is approximately $40.
$40 buy-in on that one. And then, of course, ending April 30th, but currently live now, you can donate $100 donation, which will get you a ticket to the RSI Polaris Corvette, the $1,000 Corvette capital ship that just landed in the game. Also donated by our good friend GearCon. Thank you very much. Those are the current ones going on April 5th, this Saturday, when the Elgato Stream Deck and then First Misfortune are given away. Another one or two will be starting. So again, we're going to be churning through a lot here. As a matter of fact, I'll bring up real quick because I do have it handy. I'm going to bring up this right here. Let me turn this off. We have a number. This is the calendar right here, everyone. And you can see, Von Cody donating $30 towards the Misc Fortune. Thank you, Von Cody. And thank you for that follow, Proton Star. Or Proton Stir, sorry. Here is the calendar for April. Obviously, you will see there right at the top from April 1st to April 5th, as I just said, the Elgato Stream Deck and the Misc Fortune will be given away. Polaris lasts all month, so you can get on that one for the entire month of April. Starting on this Saturday, once those two have been given away, Ender will start the giveaway for the Cutter Red Festival Starter Pack. Cutter, one of the really cool starter ships to add to the game last couple of years. As I said, we have our 600i, which is running from April 2nd. So again, currently running to April 15th. But later in the month, we have a Drake Buccaneer and another Misc Fortune that will be going up for raffle. Moving into May, I won't go through all the dates, obviously, but you can see what we have here. We have our Hurricane, a Nomad Starter Pack, a Gladius Valiant, Hawk, Carrick, another Misc Fortune, an Anvil Super Hornet Mark II, and another RSI Polaris. So an absolute ton of raffles that we will be giving away. Again, all you need to do is follow the links that Ender has posted in chat, or you can scan the QR code on your screen right now. We do have some other surprises that we're going to sort of break out in May. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and out this. I do got to kind of plan it and strategize with Ender, but in the month of May, which is sort of like the primary the primary St. Jude month, we're going to be giving away 3 custom liveries for StarJumpFleetViewer.com. 3. You pick the ship, you pick the paints, you pick the logo, all that. We'll be giving away 3 of those, and I have 5 codes for a Starjump challenge coin. You can see it orbiting there at the bottom of the screen that's being showed. It looks exactly like that.
Challenge coin.
So
I'm so excited for that.
I have 5 codes from that. You'll be able to take that code that you win, enter it on Angry PC Tech's website, and he will manufacture the coin for you. We also may have Starjump patches, still figuring that out. So there's a lot more stuff to come, okay? We're really, truly just getting started. Ender, I know I just talked. Sorry about that. Is there anything you want to add? I'll let you take the next St. Jude breakdown.
Yeah. If I can take just a couple of more minutes.
Please do. Take as much time as you need.
I want to tell everybody where their money's going.
Yes.
For St. Jude. I want to let you guys know kind of where it's going. So guys, the donations that you guys give don't just go towards the cancer research, which is a big part of what they do. But it also goes to help the families, the children. For example, $10 gets new toys for the hospital play areas. $25 is a meal for the family for a day. Mm-hmm. $50 gets art supplies for the patients, for the art pantries and art parties. $100 gets a new red wagon, which is how they get the patients from one area to another when they're getting their treatments. $300 provides groceries for a family for 2 weeks. $500 gets 2 days worth of oxygen. $800 covers x-rays, 3 chest x-rays, I think is how they explain it, for a patient. $1,000 helps airfare for 3 St. Jude patients and their 3 parents. $1,500 provides a day of chemotherapy for a St. Jude patient. $3,000 provides 4 spinal taps for a patient. $4,000 covers the cost of 1 full day in the ICU. $6,500 costs a CT scan, covers the cost of a CT scan, and $8,000 provides 2 St. Jude patients with proton therapy. Since the 80s, we have St. Jude, I should say, has taken survival rates for cancer from as low as 4%, and they have gotten them as high as 95%. And that is for things like leukemia, which is a blood cancer. It was 4% in 1960. Today it is 94%. Mm-hmm. 50% for lymph system cancer. It's 95% right now. Non-Hodgkin lymphoma, which is a lymph system cancer, was 70% or 7% in 1960. Survival rates are 80% now. So your money is going to help do a lot of good.
And that money, and Ender, maybe you can expand on this. The money does not come to us in any way.
No, it doesn't touch our hands. It never touches our hands. It goes to Tiltify. Tiltify then sends it directly to St. Jude.
Yeah.
Not
Jude that you can't trust us with money, but it does not come to us.
Yeah, not that you can't, but I didn't want to touch any money when I started doing the fundraising side of things and started doing charity stuff. I didn't want to have that be a part of any of it. I didn't want to have the ability to touch the money, not because I couldn't be trusted with it, because I wanted to have the ability to say, look, we don't have any visibility with that money. I wanted that trust for our community.
Yeah.
And this is St. Jude trusts Tiltify, and if St. Jude trusts them, damn it, I do too.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys are really doing amazing work. I mean, look, based on what I just told you guys, what we've already raised enough for 4 spinal taps for a St. Jude patient.
It's incredible.
And those spinal taps are helping St. Jude do research. I went to the research facilities last year, and they share their information all over the place. And so they are doing their best to get rid of cancer for good.
Yeah.
And anybody that's been affected by cancer, I've been directly affected and affected in the ancillary, my father and others that I've known. They're doing good work. They're doing really good work. So,
and it's we're really proud to be a part of it. So thank you all for coming on this ride with us. I know that sometimes you just want to veg out to some Star Citizen content or gaming content, but we really appreciate you coming along this ride with us and being so patient and understanding and above everything else generous. So thank you very much.
Yeah. Back to it.
Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and click off this, and we'll get back to our. Let me pull it up. Everyone, stand by. Here we go. Turning this off. Getting back to it here. Now we're talking about the next thing that CIG wants to bring in, and this is something I think, Ender, you can speak to a little bit, and I think it's in the spirit of Starjump Academy to some degree. Actually, sorry. Before we get back to this, don't forget, everyone, we do have a Drake Golem giveaway going on. If you're on Twitch, all you need to do is do !ticket or !ticket space max, and you will buy a ticket, and it will get you the tickets for the Drake Golem. If you are on YouTube, you need to go to the link pinned to the top of chat. I pinned a link at the top of the chat. You're going to go to that. That is a video for Starjump Academy. You're going to leave a comment on that video. It can be a single word, doesn't matter. Leave a comment there. We're going to pull one random comment, and we'll pull one random winner from Twitch. So Twitch and a YouTube winner. We're going to put you in a random wheel of names spinner. Spin it. Whoever the wins there will win the Drake Golem. Okay? So make sure you get in on that. Okay, going back to this now. We're talking about CIG is going to bring the guide system, otherwise known as the Foundation Festival sometimes. They're bringing the guide system into Star Citizen directly to help new players.
Right.
And this is going to be part of the social system. And I think the reason they're doing this is because how much you help someone is going to have a direct correlation to your personal rating, whatever that number is, and how reliable you are at certain things. So, Ender, I know you've done some Foundation Festival guide system stuff before. How do you feel about them bringing this into the game proper?
It's going to be nice to have in the game proper, being able to do it without having to go on Spectrum to locate a guide.
Yeah.
Or somebody who's looking for a guide is actually going to be kind of nice. So if I'm in the game and not doing anything, or doing something where I'm just like, you know what, I could guide for a while, and I can just kind of turn that on, that'd be really nice. So
it would be, yeah.
I'm looking forward to that, where I can just go, you know what, I'll guide, and just kind of sit there in my ship, and it pops up and says, hey, this person's looking for a guide for salvage. All right, cool. I'll just go ahead and pop down to wherever it is I'm at, or if I'm in my hangar already, grab my vulture, and then
it's going to
party with this guy.
And it's going to add a beacon. That's the cool thing, is the beacons, which is another part of this conversation. The beacons tie into the guide system now, which is really, really great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and those different things are going to cover everything like they currently do, but obviously expanded to all the other gameplay loops. So base building, all that stuff. And the cool thing is as you complete them in game, you're going to earn rewards, both the person doing it and the person guiding, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
In a sense, that's going to be a little bit of a gameplay loop. You know what I mean? So think about this. If you run an org, let's say you're an industrial org, right? You may want to have people in your org that are guides, and that is literally the gameplay loop they do when new people join the org. They run them through those guides. You both earn the rewards, And I could see the guide system and essentially becoming a full-time gameplay loop for some people.
Oh, for sure.
You know,
for sure.
um,
And a gameplay loop that is great.
Yeah.
For those people.
Yeah.
You know
I mean, because some people want to do that. They just want to help other people. So
yeah,
kind of what we're talking about tonight. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of what we're talking about tonight.
Kind of what we're doing tonight. VG has a question in chat.
Yeah. It says, are any of these new social updates include bookmarking and sharing locations?
They do. Yes. Specifically, I know it'll go further than this, but one of the things, again, they talked about was being able to set bookmarks on the star map and on certain things so that you can reference them and link them in chats and stuff in an easier way. I think they could expand that, VG, ultimately, and have it to where, for example, if you're someone, I still go back to that, for example, if you're a trader, right? Let's say you craft a lot of things. You love crafting FPS weapons. It'd be cool when you put out a beacon that is a trading beacon, right? So let's say you put out a beacon here and for trading. Now these are guide beacons, but imagine it's a service beacon for trading, right? So you'd put a beacon out there and you say that you're trading or selling. It'd be cool in that beacon if you can tag the items you are currently selling, essentially bookmarks that someone can click on when they look at the beacon. That'll open up the Starpedia or whatever it's called, right? The ARC or whatever they call that in game. Is it Spectrum? I think it's called Spectrum in game. That pulls up Spectrum in game for them, shows them the weapon you're selling, so they can get that that information in a really interesting way. One of the other things they talked about too was that beacons will be subsidized in this new system, or you can do subsidized beacons. So for example, if you have a cargo mission that you need help with, but let's say the cargo mission hasn't paid out yet because you haven't done it yet, you need help, you can actually get the Interstellar Transport Guild, those NPC driven guilds in game, to pay for your beacon. And so because you may not have the money yet, you're trying to do the mission to get the money. They'll pay for the beacon, so they'll subsidize it. Someone can sign on, and when you do get paid out by the mission, you then pay the Transport Guild back, which I think is a really cool idea. Again, it shows CIG's really thinking a lot about that economy in the future in terms of how money is going to work and giving us maximum flexibility in terms of earning money, spending money, and whatnot. So I really love the fact that you'll be able to subsidize that. I hope that subsidized system translates into orgs as well. And what I mean by that is if you're an officer in an org, so you have a pretty high rank and thus you have a pretty high permission access to the org coffers, I would love to be able to put out a service beacon, especially if it's an org night. And let's say it's a request for help or something like that, and we're opening it up to people outside the org, but they can be subsidized by the org coffers, right? So it can come from the org bank and not the personal bank. I think that'd be really cool, especially if you're in an org that does have high org dues, right? Which a lot of orgs may. If you're in an org that's dead set on building a giant space station and stuff, you might have some pretty high dues ultimately.
Right.
Galactopedia. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Kelly. Yes. Galactopedia. Thank Galactopedia. All right. Next. All this kind of goes into what is ultimately known as what I was talking about before, that personal rating. What they're calling it is a proficiency rating. So essentially what you're going to have is a proficiency rating across a wide category of things: refueling, escorting, delivery, personal transport, probably combat, FPS combat, ship-based, all that kind of stuff, bombing. You'll probably get a proficiency rating in everything. The more you do it and the more you do it well, the higher your rating. The worse you do it or the more you backstab people, that rating goes down. And that is going to be critical because when you put out a beacon, people are going to look at your rating to see if they even want to accept your beacon. On the flip side, though, if someone puts out a beacon, they're going to possibly put it that, hey, you have to have a proficiency rating of XYZ to even be able to accept my beacon. So that's going to be a big game changer. And when we hear about people, like pad ramming and generally being trolls, it's these systems that will mitigate that. It won't take it away completely, but it will mitigate it. Your thoughts on any sort of personal rating system, Ender?
I think it's a phenomenal idea, as long as they also have a way of preventing people from gaming the system.
Yeah.
What I mean is, like, if
point.
I put out a beacon and my friend picks it up, we don't do anything, and then they put in, a good rating for me. Or worse, I put out a beacon, the person picks it up, drops my beacon, and then gives me a bad rating in spite of me not being able to get to them.
Right.
There has to be some kind of checks and balances.
Yeah.
If nothing gets done, or the beacon doesn't get, sustained for a certain amount of time, or something, there needs to be a check and balance there.
Yeah.
I don't know what that looks like, because I'm not sure how you code that into the game, but it's got to be coded in there somehow. You have to prevent people from gaming that system and either giving themselves a great rating, or giving bad ratings out,
or having org members do it. Like maybe org members giving you a rating or affecting your rating is lessened because they're org members, or maybe no one is actually giving ratings. It actually literally has to do with beacon completion. So you complete the beacon, you get a rating bump, like it's almost like points, right? If you don't complete it, maybe you don't. I don't know, because maybe that's not fair to people that attempt to do the beacon, but maybe get trolled by another player and can't complete it. You know what I mean? So I don't really know what the solution is there. I agree with you.
My problem is, and VG, you're not wrong, but my issue is, if they game the system, there's got to be a check and balance. Because what I want is the ability to have a good system in place. A prime example, if I finish a beacon with somebody, I think it should give me essentially a survey that I answer, and that should be how it determines how well I did. Yeah. Did this person complete the thing with you? Did they do a good job? Did you learn from them?
And maybe those could be something like, I would be okay, so that they don't interrupt gameplay. I would be okay if you could, like, if they just go into like a essentially an app that you can come back to a little bit later and do them in your own time. But maybe when those like little surveys come up, maybe it's sort of like a lot of service surveys that are out there now in the real world, where the first 3 questions are just 1 to 5 stars, and you can quickly hit it and you're done in 3 seconds. But if you choose to go further, you can actually leave a little bit more detailed feedback. I think that'd be really cool. So essentially, Jack Gage on SC says, could have a version of Yelp reviews as a further tool. Yeah, I think something like that could be cool. Again, some people might say, well, that's going too far. But for me, in a game where we're playing and we have this whole death of a spaceman thing, and death is going to actually matter, I want to know who I'm dealing with. I'll take those extra steps to know who I'm dealing with in the verse personally.
Me too.
VG says, late to the convo, but did you cover when these social changes may come into the game? Is this a 4.1.x update or later? Oh, I think this is much later than a 4.1. We do know that they're working on social features. I think it was in the latest monthly report. But they're still, I mean, I'd say the soonest is into this year. IAE is the soonest we'd see any of these. I don't think we're going to see them all at the same time. I wish we would, but I think we're going to see parts and pieces. If I had to guess, I think the friends and party system will come first, then orgs and service beacons and all that stuff. So, but I think we're still a ways off. By the way, everyone, real quick note, just to come off of this topic for a minute. In the latest monthly report, obviously Starjump here, we talk a lot about ships. A couple ships I did want to highlight. It did say that the Perseus and Apollo are moving through their white box phase. I think Apollo is now moving into gray box, but Perseus is in finishing up white box review. So I just want to tell everyone right now, those will definitely not be at Invictus launch week. So if you thought they were or were hoping they were, I was hoping that Perseus would. It definitely will not. There's still at least 8 months work minimum on some of those ships if they're in that current phase. Other ships, though, that were finishing final art were the Starlancer TAC. So I would bet money the Starlancer TAC will be at Invictus launch week. So if you're excited for that one, I think the TAC will be the big ship on offer. We haven't heard anything about the Ironclad. I will just tell you what I have heard, which is that the Ironclad has been in active production for quite a while at this point. I'm not saying that means it's coming out at Invictus, Invictus. I personally hope it is what Drake comes to Drake Defense Con with, but it also may not. I don't have any knowledge of what's landing when, but two things you can take to the bank is that the Perseus and the Apollo will not be at Invictus or not be flight ready at Invictus. It's just not going to happen. So, but exciting, those two ships are in production. So,
yes, very exciting. Now you said which one finished at the beginning of March, Grim?
I think they said that the Starlancer TAC was moving into final art. And that would have been in March.
No, I meant between the Perseus and the Apollo.
The Perseus just got its white box gate review completed and approved, so which means it's going to move into gray box. So now they did say that the Perseus visually looks a lot farther along than white box because they get to use a lot of the RSI kit that was developed for the Polaris. But that does not mean it's anywhere near complete. It's going to be the end of the year ship. I know our good buddy Execute was saying it was going to be an IAE ship, and it looks like he is going to be right. So, yeah. For the Ironclad, I'm still hoping it's Invictus, specifically Drake Defense Con Day, so it'll be the last day of Invictus. But we'll see. We just don't know yet. What I do know is that the Ironclad has been in development for quite a while, from what I've heard. So. AZ, thank you so much, man. Salute to you. Appreciate you. Go ahead, Ender.
Grim, are you sure it wasn't the Perseus that finished at the beginning of March?
Finished what?
White box.
That's what I was saying. It's the Perseus. Yeah.
Oh, the
finished.
It finished. The Apollo just finished.
The Apollo is in gray box now, officially in gray box. Yeah,
it just moved into gray box.
Essentially what they said was that the Perseus completed its white box gate review, which means it's approved now to move into gray box. Yeah, officially. But anyways, just wanted to highlight that real quick, everyone. Continuing to move along, we talked about the proficiency rating and stuff. We talked about the beacons, and we talked about how beacons now, your proficiency rating is going to matter. One of the other things they said is that when you interact with players that have put out a beacon, you're actually going to be able to look at their beacon history. You're going to see how many beacons they follow through on, all that kind of good stuff. So you're going to be able to get a good sense of if this player is worth engaging with.
Right.
Now's the big one. We're going to go into orgs. So let's talk about orgs, and this is kind of the big thing here. There's a lot of damn orgs in this game. We have orgs like Test Squadron and stuff that have thousands and thousands and thousands of players. So what essentially is going to happen is orgs are being brought in game finally. It's going to be an app on your Moby Glass. Okay. One of the big things they talked about was org recruitment in game. So you're going to be able to list your org as an org that is currently recruiting. You can see here, you people from in-game are going to be able to do a request to join. I'm not sure what lies behind that button. I don't know about you, Ender, but I'm hoping that you can actually develop your own org applications with further questions. So. I personally hope it's not just a thing where you just request to join and then on the other end of it is like someone that can hit approve or deny. And primarily because I want to be able to look at that person's rating, if they've got good proficiency ratings, if they seem like a good player or a good person. I want to know a little bit about them for inviting them to the org. So
give me some questions that I can ask these people so that I can get an answer and kind of get a determination of what they're like too. You know what I mean? And what they enjoy playing. What if this person decides that they want to join in and their favorite gameplay loop is piracy? You know what I mean? And we're an org that's not really about piracy.
Right.
Well, all right. You don't have a place in my org,
Right.
so why are you joining?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't see just a request to join being enough.
Yeah, I agree. I think we need something
Having
a
a
little bit
few
more.
questions is definitely going to be necessary.
Yeah. Yeah. Socially Confused says he has an org with a whopping one person. Well, see, that's the great thing. Is
And a snub.
Yeah, and that's the great thing though, is that even though you have your one person org, you're still going to be able to affiliate and align with other ally orgs. Moving along here, when you are searching to join an org, you are going to be able to. They show here some of the different or search filters that you can use. I love that they have RP on here. Thank you, CIG, for not forgetting the RP players. So again, big shout out there. I think that's going to be really cool. You are going to be able to join up to 6 orgs, by the way, across a single character. However, you're only going to be able to represent one org at a time. And while you will be able to switch which org you're representing, they said you can't do it infinitely because they want it to be a substantial decision. So keep that in mind. But you are going to be able to ultimately be in 6 orgs. One way I think this could be beneficial, and I was curious your thoughts on this, is if you had an org that was maybe besides being in multiple orgs, which that there will be some people that just like that, being in completely different orgs.
Sure.
Another way I see it happening too is maybe there being different orgs under the same org, master org group. So for example, if Starjump was an org, but then there was a Starjump Industrial, Starjump Combat Services, and all those were separate orgs, and you were doing it like that. I don't totally know the benefit of why you would do that. The only benefit may be in that those individual orgs could because orgs are going to be able to specialize with a specific type of function. So, they're going to be able to align with a specific in-game guild. Maybe your industrial org aligns with the industrial guild, your combat, so on and so forth.
And that would be the benefit that I could see is the ability to align with the guild that gets you the perks that specific type of group needs. Now, being able to break down into those, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This subsection needs to be aligned with the guild for industrial. And we have, 10 groups that need to be a part of that, just as throwing a number out there.
Yeah.
Let's say 5. We need our miners, our salvagers, our builders, our refiners, and our I don't know, something else to be a part of that.
Medical
medical. We'll go medical. Those 5 need to be a part of that. So those 5 are under that conglomerate, and that's we'll find a way to put those 5 under that. Now all of them are under the umbrella of Starjump org, but those 5 will be under that, and they will be with the industrial team.
Right. Right.
And that makes sense. I would hope that they have a way of making it so that perhaps you could break it down a little differently and maybe have individual parts of orgs align, but maybe not. Maybe you'll have to break it down that way. I'd be okay with that too.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So
and I see a lot of people in chat.
They made it easy to connect.
Yeah. I see a lot of people in chat with a lot of great ideas too. I mean, I think any one of those could be a benefit. So yeah, obviously, they've talked a little bit about that. You're going to be able to filter that, etc. Moving on to guild summaries now. This was, I think, one of the main tabs that's going to be the most important for most guilds. And the summary tab will allow you to select one of your orgs, one of the orgs that you're in, and it's going to have everything there. It's going to have the org's announcement, so what's currently going on. It's going to have information about the org, so maybe if the org is currently involved in a certain campaign, maybe high-level information there. There's going to be an events log so that you can see changes that have happened in the org over the course of several days. Maybe you haven't been online. You'll see the org alignment. So you'll see where you're currently, or where the org is currently aligned with a certain guild and by how much and what rewards you're getting from that, right? So, for example, if a guild, as you see here, is aligned with the transport guild, you're going to get at tier 1, you're going to get a 6% bonus to contract payouts. Tier 2, you get a 6% reputation gain. Tier 3, you unlock further on it, obviously. Underneath that, you see personal loyalty. Again, this is your player's loyalty to the guild. This will be huge for guild officers and stuff to find out who needs to be promoted to officership and other higher ranks, to see how much you've devoted to the guild, right? Last but not least, an events calendar. Not only will CIG events be represented there, but the org's events will be there as well. That'll be huge. Right now, all this type of stuff is done out of game. It's done, in Discords and other stuff like that. So bringing all this into game is going to be absolutely huge. Most of this is pretty straightforward here on the summary page. Any thoughts on this, though, Ender, before we move on?
No, I'm really excited about that events calendar, being able to throw events up. I just hope that is fleshed out well.
Yeah.
Really well.
Obviously, one of the things here at the top where the guild name is you have the guild tag. This is an MMO staple. Obviously, we've seen this in tons of MMOs. Thank God it's coming to Star Citizen at some point. You can see that represented here on a ship where you have that guild tag. So you can quickly see your friends. This, again, if you've played any of the big in-game events in Star Citizen recently where there's a lot of players concentrated in one place, that is going to be huge. They talked about too organization alignment, and actually let me go forward here. Yeah, so here we go. Here is the members page. This obviously is very important too for the future of org management. This lists all the players, their current location, notes on them probably left by officers and stuff, and their current rank. Here's what's key about this though, is seeing things like rank, okay? And hopefully you're able to determine how many ranks your org has. But a ranking system which ties into permissions, although CIG didn't go into permissions, they did say it's part of it. That is going to be key. I don't think that CIG mentioned anything about any sort of guild banks or org banks or anything like that, but they're going to need those tools as well, right, Ender? Because we need those ranks to actually have guild or org tie-ins. That, for example, access to the bank, lower dues, whatever the case may be.
Guild banks are just like a lot of the other things here are a staple for any good MMO. Without it, it's hit or miss as to whether or not it's going to be good. We need to be able to have the ability to share funds, because without the ability to just share funds with trusted people, you're not going to be able to help do half the stuff that you're going to need to in especially this game. I mean, hell, the org's going to need to be able to share those funds just to go build things. So without that, it's not going to be worth it.
Scissor Fuzz, if only CIG wants to call me, we can get Fleet Viewer hit the Moby Glass.
Also, Scissor Fuzz, I have to ask, is your name a play on Sisyphus? Continue, Graham. Get the answer.
Moving along into the guild tags, another thing they showed. This is such a small, stupid little thing, but will have such a huge impact. Is players that you actually are hostile with, but are not legally able to be attacked unless you get a crime stat, will be marked in different colors. Obviously, red is like super hostile. You need to engage and stuff. Just having all this kind of these quick read things come into the social system is going to be huge. I sincerely can't wait for that type of stuff. So in summary, here you can see it. There's going to be an updated Comlink app called Social. That's going to bring all your friends, communication tools, party systems, all that kind of stuff's coming into it. It's going to contain new beacons, guides, all that, our rating system. Everything is coming in with the social app. So I could see the social app being one update that we get later down the road. So it'll contain all those features, as I said earlier. And then And then the other thing will be the big org app. And I think that would come after, although I really hope they come together because the org, in some ways, the org is just as critical. But that's going to be where orgs finally are brought into game. We're going to be able to join multiple orgs right in game. We're going to have representation, loyalty in those orgs. We're going to have alliances and rivalry. That's going to be critical. These are guaranteed, by the way, Star Citizen 1.0 features, but I'm hoping it comes a little earlier than that. And that's what CIG seems to be hinting with the fact that they're already working on this. The big problem is we don't know when Star Citizen 1.0 is coming. Last but not least, CIG showed off in their video. They showed off that orgs are going to be able to have custom liveries on paint on ships, custom liveries on bases and structures, custom uniform colors with logos and all that stuff. Ender, what did you think about this when you saw it? This was a bit of a surprise for me. I didn't know we were getting this.
Huge surprise. Very exciting, though, as long as they don't make it super basic and they allow some good customization. When they showed this off, I was like, what?
I was really surprised too, because when you look at the ship files, there's nowhere to put custom logos. Like, there's no geometry for that. So what they must be using and what must be built into the texture system, and maybe we just don't see it in the files, is a way to project logos anywhere on the ship, which is really exciting. And I don't doubt that CIG has possibly done something like that, and it's just not flagged in the files yet. But that would be crazy cool, because if you look at where these logos are on these ships and these uniforms, or especially on the ships, they're in kind of interesting locations. And now maybe that's just a mock-up, but CIG all but stopped with the ship names, by the way, and CIG said it was because they needed to really rethink that. I think that's what this is. I think this is the rethink. I think they're thinking more projected textures on the ships, and maybe that will be part of the ship naming thing too. We'll have to see. You may be able to name your ship, but also design what that decal looks like and where it is on your ship. So it's not just going to be the just blank type on the side of your ship. So So anyways, exciting news. I think it's really cool. That is kind of essentially the social universe panel that was done at CitizenCon. It was one of the most exciting panels, but obviously one of the panels that had a lot of mock-ups. But again, from the monthly reports, we have seen that they're working on it. So hopefully we're not too far out from that. Okay. Moving forward here, we're going to do it's time to do some housekeeping things here. Okay. So real quick here, our contest is going to be ending pretty soon, everybody. Okay, our contest is ending pretty soon for the Drake Golem. So if you're on Twitch, you're going to want to do exclamation ticket or exclamation ticket space max. If you're on YouTube, you're going to want to go to the link pinned at the top of chat, and you're going to want to click on that link. It's going to take you to a Starjump Academy video. Leave a comment there. And we're going to pull one random winner from the YouTube comments, one random winner from the Twitch contest. We're going to put you in a random wheel of names. We're going to spin it, and whoever wins will win the Drake Golem. I've already seen a ton of comments, by the way, over on the Academy video, so thank you very much with that. While you're over on that Academy video doing comments, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button on that. It really affects the algorithm and is a big deal. And as we're trying to start that Academy channel, that will be a big deal. So make sure you do those thumbs up. Really appreciate that. And share Academy with your friends. Obviously, it's just getting started, but share it. Keep an eye on it. We do have stuff coming. So
coming soon.
All right. Yes. Okay, real quick here, real quick. Let me I'm going to pull something up here. Bear with me, everyone. Ender, talk for a minute while I bring something up.
Absolutely. Guys, we are currently working on we're raising money for St. Jude, and guys, you guys have absolutely humbled both of us. I can't thank you guys enough for just turning out and doing an amazing job raising so much money already for St. Jude. We are 3 days in, and I would never have thought that we would raise $3,000 in 3 days. And here we are at $3,000 in 3 days.
Which, by the
It is
way,
amazing.
not to interrupt you, Ender, but I was just on the main St. Jude page, and they had us listed on the main page there, highlighted. I just sent you a screenshot. Check your DMs.
Oh, checking my DMs. Cool. Really?
Pretty cool. It may still be up.
Oh, they do. Yeah. Wow.
Pink Hat Squad and
Starjump, and us.
So there you go.
Wow.
There you go. Right there. Pretty sweet, everybody. So, by the way, everyone, just so you know, I think the Pink Hat Squad is the Pink Hat Squad and Guardians, right? Combined?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
So Pink Hat Squad is, yes, the money that is raised is Pink Hat Squad and Guardians combined. The team is the team goal, and then Guardians is raising money towards the tein goal. So we're raising money individually, and that goes towards the team goal. So,
yeah. Which is really cool. We're getting a little bit. We're like I said, we're off to a good start, everybody. We really are, and that's awesome. Okay, I'm going to bring something up here. Some of you have seen before that we have occasionally, from time to time, given away a Starjump poster known as the All Ships poster. This massive thing right here. Really, really cool. And I'm going to go ahead and preface this right now because we may have a few international people. If you are an international winner of this poster in the past and you have had trouble receiving it, because I know one of you's out there, Riggsy, I've already got it taken care of. I will big shout out to one of my Brazilian friends who won this poster, who really worked with me, and we figured out why I was not able to ship international orders on Printify. It was a stupid bit of red tape, but I did get it solved, so international poster shipping is back on. It was a stupid little thing. Poster shipping in general is fixed. We've gone through 4 vendors now. 4 vendors, okay? Dear God. We are now on Printify, who does it. If you are owed a poster, I do have your name in a list, and it is being processed. And by processed, I mean processed as we speak. I entered them all into Printify, all the orders already, and it's processing them in batches of 5 just to keep the pain on my wallet down. So if you had won a poster and you had never received it, yes, it is finally solved. I know I've said this before, but I've been let down by vendors. We have solved it. Bingo. Not only do you have a poster, but you have a few other things coming to you. You have a Starjump Challenge coin and a patch and one other cool thing coming to you. Don't worry.
Hell, I think you could have sent it to me and got it to him.
I know. Sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. It's rough. But luckily, everyone, Bingo loves me, so all is well. Okay, everyone. So we're gonna do something here. If you're on Twitch, we're gonna do a stream race. Okay, we're gonna do a stream race. It's gonna be a lot of fun. All you got to do to get into this. Well, first I've got to start it. So bear with me. Let me send us over here to it. If you want to get in, bear with me. Let me figure out how to get it up. Where's my left channel? There's my left monitor. Okay. Oh, nope, that's wrong. That's wrong. Stand by, everybody. That's the wrong video playing right there. Hold on a minute, everyone.
Grim. Professional as always.
Always professional up in her. Always professional. I'm going to have this. Bear with me. I just got to switch the monitor input. There we go, everybody. You should be able to see it now, and it's way too big, which is about normal. So I'm going to fix it again. Ender, talk for a minute. Save me, my friend, while I get this set up.
Classic Grim, just doing perfectly.
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? Can I vent for a second?
Yeah,
when we started this stream, no, seriously, when we started this stream,
everything's set.
Several things have been deleted from my stream or from my OBS. I don't know. Yes, do exclamation race, and that will get you in the thing here. Let me size this down. Yes, do exclamation race, and that will get you in the race. You see,
guys,
people
if you want to
joining.
enter a raffle to win a Elgato Stream Deck or a Misk Fortune or a 600i or a
It's about time Ender came to my rescue.
Polaris, you can do that by donating to St. Jude with the what is that thing? That's a scan QR code.
It's called a QR code, Ender. Oh my God.
Or you can go to that link right there.
Dear
I know
Lord.
what I'm doing. I'm a professional too, folks. Donate to St. Jude.
I don't know who's more
Help
embarrassing.
sick children. I'm an embarrassment at all times of the day. Donate to sick kids.
Yeah.
I will be going to the St. Jude campus in approximately 12 days. I am so much. Words are hard,
Yeah.
especially when you have this much ranch soda in your belly.
Smirky, thank you for the follow. Appreciate
Grim, Smirky, what's up, dude? Grim, Smirky, Grim.
Smirky
is
salute to you. Hope you're well.
Uber famous. He is an extremely good dude. I will be seeing him at the St. Jude Summit this year.
Very cool. Smirky, welcome to the show.
He has talked me into actually using we're going to use the freaking crowd control for gaming for St. Jude donations soon. He gave some really good feedback for it. So
very cool.
We're definitely going to have to do it.
Very cool. Well, Smirky, welcome. I hope you are well. Thanks for hanging out with us. Give the channel a follow if you want. Follow along with us.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. Everyone, we're going to do a race here. Now, again, remember, if you, juggling some windows here, if you win the race, you're going to win the Starjump poster. Now, this is for my Twitch viewers only. YouTube,
oh, I should not have entered that.
Next Starjump station, on the next Starjump station, which will probably be next week, we'll do a race for the YouTube crowd. Okay, YouTube, remember that. You will. I'm going to get you on the next one. Now, I'm in the race, but if I win for some strange reason, then whoever comes in second is the actual winner. I'm just racing because it's a hell of a lot of fun. All right, everyone. Now, everyone, you Twitch people, if you win the poster, I'm going to DM you, okay, on Twitch. I will DM you on Twitch and get a hold of you there. Okay. Here we go, everybody. We're going to kick it off. This is just a lot of fun, and it's just fun to do. So here we go. It was fun last time we did it.
We're going to do a poster.
Yeah. YouTube, you get to watch an enjoyment this time, and on our next stream, you will be the racers, and Twitch will get to watch. So here we go. I'll try to control the camera as best I can. It's kind of a pain in the ass. We had a donation. VG donated $15 to the Elgato Stream Deck. Thank you very much, VG.
Oh, thank you, VG.
All right, here we go. It's going to be a good race, everyone. The weather is good. It's a crowded field.
Day at the race.
It's a crowded field. They are off. They are off. We have a great bunch of racers here shooting through the boost. Going up the race, or going up the ramp, excuse me, here. Art is in the lead. Oh my goodness. They're flying by. Look at that dynamic camera. All right, here we go. Ender is in last place as usual, or close to last.
Yeah,
Rufus has fallen off the track. Darkness
in a tractor. Where'd you get a tractor?
I don't know. Darkness Muda in the lead. Art pulling up, battling second with Choochby. Very nice. Socially confused, stalled on the side of the road. This is not looking good. Oh, you can do exclamation boost, I guess. Exclamation boost will help you out. Darkness.
That's the one.
Darkness is flying here. Oh, and someone just went off the track. Several people are going off the track. This is not good.
That's doing
you're boosting yourselves. Oh no, we had a lot of people fall off the track. It's bad. Darkness mood is still. Oh no, Art had the lead for a minute. Darkness. This must not be his first race stream.
God, somebody just destroyed the crowd.
Oh no. We have crowd that have been killed. Oh, VG pulling in the lead. Oh, the grumpy Mando must have saved his boost till the end. What a great strategy. He is pulled far ahead of the pack here. Let me see if I can get my camera under control. Grumpy Mando going around those curves. An amazing bit of driving. VG hot on his tail. Darkness closing the gap.
Grumpy Mando driving like he's got to save his family.
Yeah, Grumpy Mando just hit the cameraman. Not a good look for his race team.
Yeah.
I see Starjump Ender way back there in the back. And he goes over the ramp. Let's see if Mando can stick the landing, and he did not. He's out. VG and Muda still on the track. Oh, Darkness Muda has recovered. Oh, no, Darkness. This may be Darkness's day. Oh, my goodness. This is a good race so far. The field catching up. People are having a hard time.
Just flying into the river over there.
It's rough. Darkness Muda is about to go through the ramp here. Let's see if he can make it. And he overshoots. Oh, my goodness.
Ranch Soda says you deserve it. Oh, gosh.
Here we go. Here are our racers coming across the finish line here. There's Liquid Skies, Red Samurai, Adjudicator, Mike Geike. Oh, boy. Here they all come. Some making it through. There goes Quinn. Eagle. There's Starjump Grim doing a perfect jump. Oh, my goodness.
Of course.
I was right in the middle of the pack on that. Yeah.
Rigged.
Yeah.
That perfect jump was
Darkness
rigged.
Muda. Darkness. Oops. Sorry, everyone.
Ender. Here comes Ender. How'd he do? Just gorgeous.
Oh, my goodness. There we go. And Bingo Winchester pulling up the rear here. It must be Bingo's beautifully kind nature here. And we didn't even get to see him finish, which was just wrong. That was just absolutely wrong. Thank you, everyone. Darkness Muda, I will get to you and get you the poster. Bingo, I'm going to expedite yours. Actually, yours has already been submitted, though, so you're good. Everyone, that was just a lot of fun. We just thought it would be fun to do that and have a little fun with tonight's stream. So, Darkness, I will get a hold of you. Congratulations, everyone. At least everyone did finish. That's a good point, Darkness. Red Samurai says I should do who comes in last. That's a badge of honor right there. Who comes in last?
Prize.
Yes,
consolation prize for sure.
All right, everybody. Now we are going to move on to the next thing, which is our Drake Golem giveaway. Do not forget, you need to do exclamation ticket or exclamation ticket space max.
Yes.
If you're on YouTube, you need to leave a comment on the link pinned to the top of chat. We will then draw those names. Okay. Let's go ahead and
Griffin
switch.
Gaming, what's up, dude?
Hey, there's Griffin Gaming, everyone. Give a little salute to Griffin Gaming over there from the Soul Citizens, our good friends. We don't want that, actually. I need to get off this monitor and onto this monitor. Sorry about that, everyone. You get to see the behind-the-scenes production, but there you go. All right. There we go. We got our stream elements up, everyone. We are going to do the drawing here. Make sure you get it in. We're going to be ending it in about 10 seconds. Now, everyone, do not forget, you do have to be in chat to win this. Whoever wins on Twitch, I will DM you. Or I want to see you chime in on chat. If you went on YouTube, you need to chime in there, and we will add you to the Wheel of Names, okay? Here we go. We're ending the giveaway here on Twitch now, closing in 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to draw a winner. Winner is Ecto Binne. Is Ecto, are you in chat? Ecto, are you in chat? Ecto, let us know if you are in chat. Nope, it doesn't look like it, right?
Ecto Binne. Ecto. He does not appear to be in chat.
Does not appear to be in chat. Okay, we're pulling again.
Especially, you're right. We did spell your name wrong.
Yep, drawing another winner. Bone Salesman. That's a good one. Bone Salesman, are you in? Bone Salesman's here. Bone, are you in chat? Are you paying attention? Bone Salesman. There's Bone Salesman. What? Bone Salesman's there. Bone Salesman, you are the Twitch winner. So we're going to put your name in the random wheel of names here. Let me go ahead and enter that. Let me go ahead and get your name in there. Bone Salesman. I love the name, Bone Salesman. Very good. Okay, now we're going to draw our YouTube winner. Okay, and we're going to put both of your names in the wheel of names. We'll spin it. Whoever wins the Drake Golem. Congratulations, by the way, Bone, for being the Twitch poll. We are now going to switch over to the YouTube random comment picker. We have the Starjump Academy teaser in. We're going to go into advanced options, go to the after date. We're going to make sure it's today. And what time did we start our stream? It was 9, right? 9 o'clock.
9, yes, sir.
Okay, we're going 9 p.m. There we go. All right, everybody. We are picking a random comment in 5 seconds.
Ecto
5,
Bene.
4, 3, 2, 1. Random comment has been pulled. Bedford 3971. Are you in chat? Bedford 3971. Are you in chat? Bedford 39.
H. Bedford appears to be here.
There he is. H. Bedford is in chat. Wonderful. H. Bedford in chat. I love seeing it. I love seeing it. Okay, let me put your name in here. Bedford. There we go. Bringing the wheel of names over. There we go. We got Bone Salesman and Bedford. We're gonna spend the thing now. Whichever one of you wins will win the Drake Golem. If Bedford, you will need to reach out to me via Discord. Okay, to receive your prize, you will need to reach out to me via Discord. I will then get your RSI email or your email or whatever and send it to you there. Bone Salesman.
Yep.
Yep.
Ecto Bino just spoke up. Do you mind if I have him reach out and we can send him something?
We'll get him sorted. Yeah, we'll get you sorted, Ecto.
Yeah. Ecto Bino, reach out in Discord. Join our Discord. Reach out. We will. I know you didn't. You weren't here at the right time, but we'll get you sorted.
Yeah. Yeah, your name didn't come up when I typed it. Sorry, Ecto. Our Bone Salesman, if you win this one, I will DM you through Twitch. Okay, I'll DM you through Twitch and get your contact email to receive your ship. Good luck, everyone. We're spinning in 3, 2, 1. Bone Salesman. It's Bone Salesman wins the Drake Golem. Bone, congratulations. Bone, congratulations. Let's see here. Bone, there you are. Very cool. Congratulations on that, Bone. I'm going to write you a DM or a whisper now. Congrats. And I will follow up with you after the show. Okay, Bone, I will follow up with you after the show. Ecto, please get in contact. We'll work you out. Obviously, Darkness Muta, I owe you a poster. So congrats to everyone on that. I'm actually going to write this down right now. Stand by. And to remind me to ask you about a little weird issue I'm having on my computer.
Okay.
Darkness Muda poster, and we have and Bone Salesman for the ship. Congratulations, everyone. Mm-hmm. All right, now that we've done that, we're going to go back to one final thing here. We want to talk a little bit longer about St. Jude. I'm going to give my quick spiel here. Thank you very much again for all your generosity. Please do not forget, on our Twitter, if you go to our Twitter, I have several posts that are pinned and at the top of my thing that have all the St. Jude information. They have the calendar of raffles, they have the QR code, and they have the link, okay, to the donation. Please share this with your communities or your friends, at the very least your friends, if you feel like any of them would be interested in donating to the St. Jude Play Live and donating to sick kids battling cancer. We really appreciate it. Ender, do you have any end of show announcements, my friend?
I'm just so speechless right now, guys. You guys have really just blown me away. It's been a crazy just a few days for me.
Yep.
And I appreciate just all of it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for everything. Seriously.
Absolutely. It's been an amazing first week. It really has. It's put us in a great mindset, and still more to come. Like I said, Ender will be giving away the Stream Deck and the Misfortune this Saturday, and
I'll be going live Saturday.
Yeah, new raffle will start. Which will be exciting, and lots of great stuff. We're just getting started. I'm actually looking forward to when we get to some of our party game nights, to be quite honest with you.
Yes, for sure. I'm really looking forward to the party nights. I'm looking forward to a little bit of Minecraft with crowd control.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of
I'm
fun.
going to look into getting crowd control set up for the charity, and just really kind of pumped for more for the charity. So
yeah.
Texas, it is our yearly thing. It is something that I have. It's been near and dear to my heart for a long time, and just honestly, thank you guys for letting us do this every
Yes.
year. To be honest, if it weren't for a community that joined in so full bore, it allowed me to. I mean, look. We have gone through half a ranch soda that is disgusting. You guys allow me to do this stupid crap. Bean boozles and the nastiest durian fruit candy. I'm not going to enjoy it, but you know what? We're going to shave a beard, I think, because I'm starting to wonder if it's not going to be possible.
Yeah.
Quinn, SC with crowd control would be crazy. That's why I haven't requested it. I'm really excited, guys. I really am, and I think that this year is really going to be a big year. And I really appreciate you guys coming along on the journey to do this, and I really appreciate you guys letting me and letting me do this. And Graham, I really appreciate you joining me to do this.
Yeah, it's
a lot.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's been a blast. I've been really enjoying it. The content I'm doing is fun to do in conjunction with the charity as well. Doing things like Shipyard and some of my stuff like that has been a lot of fun because they kind of tap into different groups of our communities that like different types. Some of our community likes gameplay. Some like when I'm doing 3D modeling with ships. Some of them like our topic show like this. So we're able to tap into a lot of different facets of our community, and that's really, really great. But the biggest thank goes to all of you in chat. Again, thank you for making this an awesome week. I think it's really kind of got me and Ender into a great headspace. So thank you very much. Ender, if we don't have anyone specific we're raiding, I have someone I do want to raid, but let me know if there's anyone Pink Cat related that's on right now. If not, I have someone.
I mean, I've got somebody Pink Hat related, but that doesn't mean we have to raid them. If you've got somebody specific you want to raid, we can. Absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to send everyone over to someone who was just in my chat the other day. Me and Ender both really enjoy this person. They're very sweet and just awesome. Just an awesome person. They've taken breaks here and there, but they're really, really cool. And I'm going to send you over. I'm going to send you over to her. Going to send you over to Hangry Sarah. Please, when you go over there, give her some of that Starjump love. For all of you that watched the show tonight, thank you for hanging out with us. You're all amazing. Please give Sarah a little bit of that Starjump love. Do something kind for a stranger, and we will talk to you all very soon. Everybody, it's been an awesome show. I really don't know what else to say. I had my first Bean Boozle. Plenty more to come, so stand by for that.
You got a good one for your first. I got a nasty one first. You just got it great.
It's that grim luck. Everyone, have a great night. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks, everybody.